invitation debate for all City Council candidates. We're really happy that you could be here
Renowned
today. Vancouver talk show host, Pia Shandell, will be our moderator, and I'll ask her to come forward and get us going.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Well, it's going to be quite an interesting event.
What they have to say to you, I hope, will help you make up your mind what kind of a city council you want to have. And, you know, the mayor is important, of course, but without a council, you can't affect real change. So let's begin.
Another one.
Hi, my name is Jeff Meggs. I'm a councillor with Vision Vancouver, Mayor Robson, and I'm here today with Councillor.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is RJ Aquino. I'm running for City Council with Coalition of Progressive Electors. I'm also here with fellow candidate Sim Louis.
Very much. Yes, Sandy Garostino, independent candidate for Vancouver City Council.
This is a great meeting, and thank you very much to WERA for putting it on, to all of you for coming out.
So COPE thinks that we should stop the MPA tax shift from business to residential. We cut $10 million in spending, so it's about $50 million over the last few years that we cut in spending. So let's just stop the tax shift, and we have that extra $10 million. And the city only gets 8 cents of the tax dollar. We need to get more money from the province and the federal government instead of all the downloading that's done onto municipalities. From COPE, thank you. Thank you, Alan. All right.
We've not spoken on this yet.
First of all, I want to thank Jerry Martin very much for his kind words. He's absolutely correct. I'm very, very proud of voting record of Ellen Woodsworth representing COPE on the previous council. And you know, Terry hits the nail on the head when he says the real question is not what do people say, but what do they do. So let me cut right to the chase. With every major development that comes before council, it must be an absolute minimum requirement that 20% of the units are social housing. Period. Full stop. I will not waver from that. COPE is a municipal party that received in this campaign and every other campaign collectively not one dime from developers. And there's a reason for that. We don't want to be beholden to developers after the election when they ask that that requirement for social housing be lifted for their particular development. So number one, 20% of all development for social housing. Number two, when I was on council, as the chair of the Finance Committee, I became aware of the fact that, in my opinion, the Property Endowment Fund is not being used creatively, but at no cost to the taxpayer. I'd like to see established a blue ribbon committee that would look at things like that. Property Endowment Fund is worth $1 billion. That's billion with a B. And it's got a lot of cash reserves. If it were to begin purchasing at market prices, condominium units, and renting them out, even at below market rates, the rate of return the PDF would get on that investment would still be higher than what it currently gets at a bank, which is about 0%. Interest rates right now are, you know, about 1/4%. So that's number two. And number three, I think we need to do more to set aside city land for co-ops, as one of the other individuals said, and non-market housing. So 1, 2, 3, let's get COPE councillors elected that will implement 1, 2, 3.
Thanks to you.
Away from cars towards pedestrians, public transit, and bicyclists, absolutely outward. You know, whenever I go on a protest or a demonstration and the streets being closed, say, over the Bard Street Bridge, what a beautiful experience that is. To walk over the bridge, it's quiet, there's no traffic, there's no congestion, and I think to myself, dreaming in Technicolor, wouldn't it be great if we could move slowly towards a car-free environment, not citywide, not 365 days a year, but certainly in some areas, some of the time. And this is a perfect example of good ideas coming from many different political parties. A party that's not around any longer, Team, did something that I strongly supported. It closed Robson Street between Hornby and Howe. Now that's a contentious issue, and that may end up being done again. It may not. But again, if it's closed and you then use that space as a pedestrian or a cyclist, it's a totally different experience. I like what one of the other speakers said today, and support that, and that's tolling vehicles that come into the downtown core. But here's the issue. What happens to that revenue? Is it a cash grab? Then it'd be opposed to it. Is it used to slowly remove fare boxes from public transit in the downtown core and the West End, so folks down here can move around on free public transit? Hallelujah, bring it on, let's do it. And you know, that not only benefits the transit user, it benefits the transit system. When the bus doesn't need to stop to collect the transit dollar, do you know that 10 cents of every transit dollar collected is spent collecting that transit dollar? That's amazing. It's really true. So yes, I would support the reallocation. Yes, I support car-free areas. And yes, let's make it more pedestrian, bicycle, and public transit friendly.
Thanks for all your doing that, and I hope you're happy that we listened to you and changed the format on the fly, and I hope it worked out to your satisfaction.